What's up guys, Bionic here and welcome to the channel. Today's Raid Shadow Legends video is going to be the last one of this mini-series, which is the level 20 dungeons with a 100% success rate. So if you've watched my previous videos, I've done the Ice Golem, Fire Knight, Dragon, and now I only have the Spider's Den left, which I am happy to say that I finally did it. 100% success rate. Now I'll quickly show you guys the old build. Which is right here, and it involved 3 Cold Hearts, a Royal Guard, and a Ghostborn. So not exactly accessible to everyone. I do realize 3 Cold Hearts is very hard to get. I got lucky with my account, but now I've moved on to a build that I think you guys will enjoy a little bit more, as it uses champions that are more readily available, and here it is. And I say readily available, and yeah, I know I got a Torment in there, I got a Rosin and an Arbiter, the 3 legendaries, but 2 of them you're basically guaranteed to get once you sort of complete the game or you've been playing for a long time. Torment was hard to get, but he was doable for an account that was almost a year old like myself, and Ultimate Gallic was sort of given to us if you had Amazon Prime. And then of course 1 Cold Heart, but over the course of a year, I've said this before, I think it is feasible for you guys to get at least 1 of her. So how does the build work? Here's what's going on. We're having our Rosin and Torment tank the spiders, because we are going to rely on our Ultimate Gallic for the HP burn debuff, so this is not new, and of course it is going to create the synergy between Ultimate Gallic and Torment, who is then going to use his A1 for the freeze, and he is in a stun set, so that adds a lot of CC. We're going to have our increased attack and turn meter increase, as well as a res in case things go south from our Arbiter, 100% turn meter decrease from Rosin, and weaken and decrease defense. And like I said, Ultimate Gallic with the HP burn, but also in a toxic set. Because I mean, why not? He's already built for debuffs, a lot of accuracy, so he's just tanky and has the extra toxic set for just a little bit more damage. And finally, of course, our Cold Heart for the 100% turn meter decrease, but also the enemy max HP skill. So the thing with her though is that she had to be built very fast, and the reason for this is because she needs to go twice in the beginning before the spider goes even once. So well upward of, I'd say, about 205 speed is kind of the sweet spot that I found for this to work, which means that my previous Cold Hearts used for the other dungeons got tweaked a little bit. It's the same one, but I had to tweak the gear a little bit for this to work, and in fact I had to like kind of take apart my Seer to use the gear on her. And so yeah, anyway, so let's jump into a run or 2 and I'll explain to you guys what's going on, and then we'll do the builds. First up, we're gonna have a quick run. This is the best case scenario. It doesn't happen all the time because the debuffs need to land and Rosin needs to land 100% turn meter decrease, which doesn't always happen. So Torment with the AoE provoke, then we've got the decreased defense and weaken that landed from Rosin, our HP burn from Ultimate Gallic. Now we're gonna start taking some damage. Cold Heart does her 100% turn meter decrease. It landed, and then finally Torment goes into the CC locking mode. 100% turn meter decrease from Rosin there also landed. So like I said, this does not happen often, okay? Most of the time it just doesn't. But like I said, this is a great example. So here's what's going on. The spider is taking a lot of damage from the HP burns, which is exactly what we want. So far, most of these spiderlings have not died, which is also what we want, okay? So too much damage from your champions would mean that they would die quickly. Like right here, we took them all out. But I think what's going to happen on this run, exactly like Ultimate Gallic landed the turn meter decrease from his A2. I think also Arbiter, she has the ability to land her turn meter decrease, which is from the mastery. That also doesn't always happen because she has low accuracy, but when it does, the spider literally never goes even once. But most of the time she's going to end up going at least once, so I am going to take some damage. But I think right here Cold Heart is going to go again with her Heart Seeker, and that's it. So as you saw, 0 turns for the Spider Queen, which means I got a very respectable 1 minute and 20 seconds. Now let's look at a not so great run. You will see that if the Rosin debuffs do not land in the beginning, it really lengthens the run. So right there, no weaken, no decreased defense, which means that the first Heartseeker from Cold Heart won't do that much damage. We're still going to get the 100% turn meter decrease, but now we're going to have to go through a couple more cycles of skills before we can take her down. Still, the HP burn though from Ultimate Gallic is doing most of the work. Also, we don't get a lot of freezes on the spiders in the beginning, which means that either Torment or Rosin is going to take more damage, and it also means that in some cases my champions will die because of this. Either Rosin is going to take too much damage, or Torment, or the Spider Queen is going to get to do her AoE, which is going to severely hurt my Cold Heart and Ultimate Gallic, and then the Spiderlings will start targeting them. But that's alright because we have Arbiter and we can count on her. She's very tanky and she does have that AoE res as well as the turn meter increase, and we know that when she does res somebody, she gets an extra turn. So we're kind of banking on that fact every once in a while. Of course, I'd rather it be a lot quicker, but still. So right here we saw it again. The spider did do her AoE. We're almost dead, but not quite. So I think in this run, actually, champions do not go down. But like I said, I've seen it happen before. And now we're right back into another cycle of skills. So we saw our AoE provoke from Torment, our AoE HP burn. We got the Heartseeker from Cold Heart. But the Rosin still did not land that weaken and decrease defense. So another very weak Heartseeker. So as you can see, like, you can get very unlucky with this, and then it's going to take forever. But it still works in the end because I said it, it's a 100% success rate build. And it's the RNG of having Rosin, which is the weak affinity against the Spirit, means we don't always get our debuff. But still, because he's accessible, I felt like he was a great champion to use in this dungeon. I've also used him in the Fire Knight dungeon, and I'm also using him in a Clan Boss dungeon. So I'm really trying to reuse my champions in a couple of different places so that I don't have to constantly have dedicated teams for everything. Anyway, so now as we approach the end of the fight, we do get another hit from the Spider Queen. My Cold Heart's very lucky again. She did not die in this one, but like I said, she does sometimes die, which is alright. Now we're going to have that poison also help out a little bit from Ultimate Gallic, as it is doing a couple of ticks on the Spider Queen. It is only a 2.5%, but I felt like, you know, why not? Because I mean, Ultimate Gallic, if he would hit too hard, he would just kill the Spiderlings and then you wouldn't get the HP burn. So it felt like a little bit of an added bonus. There we go, another Burning Rage, and then it's going to start ticking and take the Spider Queen down. We did get the 100% turn meter decrease from Rosin and a Heartseeker. There you go, 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Okay, now let's jump right into the builds and do this very quickly. So we've got our Torment in a stun set. I've said this before. I think I showed it in the previous Ice Golem dungeon. He is using also a 2-piece Immortal. Don't do this if you're going to use him in the arena, as it does trigger the passive from another Torment, but it's all I had lying around with decent stats. I am working on his accuracy banner to get that up a little bit even more, but for the spiders, it is not needed. His skills are not leveled. I am waiting for the nerf. These are the masteries I am using on him for now. Our Arbiter. These are the masteries I'm using on her. It has not changed. All of her skills are fully level. I said this before. She is in 3 speed sets. Her gloves are going to get done. We have an artifact enhancement event going on right now. I still haven't done it because I'm waiting for the fusion event. I think they're baiting us into using our resources right now, as we know that within probably the next week we're going to have patch 1.13, and there is going to be another fusion event. Then we've got our Rosin, who is built for the Clan Boss. I've shown him in the Fire Knight dungeon as well. His gear has not changed, so 2 speed set rather, and a life steal set. All of his skills are also leveled, and these are the masteries I am using on him for now. Then we've got the Ultimate Gallic, which is in just basic gear. All you really want is to hit that 100% crit rate, decent speed. It could be more, it might make it easier, but really for now it just didn't matter that much. Crit rate gloves, of course. He's got a defense chest. He does not have an accuracy banner. I think I was able to work it out with just these pieces that have like a lot of accuracy right here on the gloves, as well as the shield, which gives an extra 40. So it felt like this was good. I did do his skills. Like I said, having his A2 and A3 for the cooldown reduction is probably very important. I tried him out at level 50 without masteries and without any skills increased, and it did not work. So I'm not entirely sure where the breakpoint is, but I felt like this was needed to succeed, basically. Here has his masteries. War Master for a little bit more damage when he goes and hits the Queen. It does perhaps sometimes trigger against the Spiderlings, but it's not enough to completely wipe them out. And then we're going to have our cold heart, but like I explained to you guys, I cannot keep that cold heart fully geared with the proper pieces, as well as my seer at the same time, because my seer is used in the arena and she is in the nuke type of build, full on speed. So part of that gear is needed when I want to do the dungeons, or at least the spider dungeon and the fire knight dungeon with this cold heart. Like I said, I have 3 of them. 2 are not really used at this time, aside from perhaps the dragon dungeon, which I can get away with a slightly less geared cold heart. But when I do fully gear this one, this is what it looks like. So you see her stats here. I mean, the crit damage isn't that great. Crit rate is high, probably too high for no good reason. She could have more attack, but it's all about the speed and the accuracy. Okay, so this does help. It would probably make it easier. But still, this is probably the most important. Like I said, it's really all about the speed and the accuracy. So this one is fully maxed out for her skills, and these are masteries. I still haven't changed them. It just feels like it would be a little bit useless, since I can get away with using Giant Slayer, because I've said this before, I was using her against a clan boss. The other 2 have Helm Smasher, so I may move the gear around eventually if I feel like the Helm Smasher helps out a little bit more. But in all cases, I would have to pay to redo their masteries, and I'm too cheap to do that. So there you have it, guys. My last level 20 dungeon with a 100% success rate. The previous one was only 25% success rate, and it was only just to get the Arbiter. But now I have her. I've built my entire teams around her. I'm using her literally everywhere, so she is such a game changer. Also using her in the arena, and then I also use her in clan boss for a little bit. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, please don't forget to sub and to like. You can also check the description and use some of my Amazon affiliate program links to support my channel. I even got a Patreon going, so any bit of help that you guys can provide and hopefully help me get into a point where I can make this a full-time gig, that would be amazing. So I will catch you guys later. Upcoming is going to be a review of my clan boss team and my arena team, just in time for my 1-year mark in Raid Shadow Legends. Catch you guys later.